Round 2, Platinum Tour, Westholme Ridge. Round 1, actually not that bad. Imagine that. We move up a tee box for round 2. The winds slow way down. From very high to medium out of the southwest. Moderate, and default. Second kid will be goodbye streams for a while? Probably, Wayne. Probably. Right now, with one, it's fine. We got one on a schedule. Yeah, two will probably be streams on hold when they eventually come. But we got a couple of years. So that's not a today problem. That is not a today problem. Okay, good first rip. And with this being defaults, I don't actually know what the firmness is. But that's going to leave us with a decent number coming into the green here if this holds up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Your kids are thankfully self-sufficient. Well, my son is 8 months old, so self-sufficiency is quite some time off. But I suppose that's the trade-off of when you start streaming when you're in your 20s and in your early 20s. Is what we've been streaming since I was 20. I think I started right before I turned 21. So here we are. Here we are over 7 years later. Now I'm gonna have to wait a number of years for kid to be self-sufficient. So 163 greens. So the greens are still fast enough. Still fast enough. All right, so pitch shot, I think we want to make sure we're at least a little bit left. I don't want to end up off. I gave it some D-loft and a little bit of brakes, so we should be able to hopefully get it up there. Good strike. Oh, that still got more to the right. Okay, so I guess I didn't need to put the bite on. But we're on the green. We've got to putt at it. Having a kid is very difficult, but isn't until you have your second. You realize it was easier with one. So yeah, what I've heard it phrased a different way of basically like the jump from 0 to 1 kid is a lot, and the jump from 1 kid to 2 kids is a lot, and then the jump from 2 to 3 and beyond is like negligible in comparison. Obviously, I don't know firsthand, but so I've been told. All right, this is still fast enough, so I think these are gonna have to. Oh, come on. Diving on me at the end. Just absolutely diving on me at the end. It'll be twins. Yeah, that's definitely a fear. That's definitely a fear. When you get to a number you're comfortable with and you're just going for one more. Like, twins don't run in either of our families, but the fear is most definitely still there. I still feel like I want to go for this. And I don't know if that's dumb, but we're going to. Was that going to bounce too far left? Oh, there we go. Okay. Straight kick, and then the ridge is right to left. It's going to roll us out the back, though, isn't it? Dang, I did not think we were going to get that much of a head of steam. Landing it back where we did, I didn't think it was just going to power through like that. Oh, God. All right, so I guess that's the risk. Anybody reckon how much distance we're gonna lose from this? I'd say it's gotta be a little bit, yeah. All right, mistakes were made for sure. I'm gonna play it like this. We're gonna add some distance. I hit it too fast. I just thought that it would not roll out as much from that sort of a lie. I guess that's the only part there that I'm a little bit perplexed by. All right, this is one that we notoriously like miss low side. I'm adding even more to it. So if I miss low side again, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. All right, there we go. So what, Carpy? You wanted an army? You wanted an army of small U's? That sounds terrifying, to be honest. I don't know if the world could handle 5 more of you. Five-a-side football team? I mean, Carpy gets out there, they're playing 3-on-3 basketball in the driveway. Like, easy pickup matches. We're right in between clubs. We're right in between clubs. So, wind's gonna play back a little bit, a few yards, but I think when all is said and done here, put some brakes on it, and that should be enough to take distance off. Ah, slowed it. Big slow. Just like didn't feel comfortable over that shot. British TV, and there's something like 20. Yeah, that's an American family, right? The Duggars, I think. Although I don't know if you watched, there's a documentary, like a 5-part documentary on Prime or something about that family. It's kind of wild, all this stuff. They definitely look better on TV than what's going on behind closed doors. All right, so that last one we were able to make. So can we visualize the same thing here? Because I think this is, again, breaking more than I'm giving credit for. It still misses. Man. There's just like so much turn at the end. It slows down and it's such a hard break. Gonna need to either get closer or be able to sink some of these putts. It's downhill, but like that wind in, I think it bounces, and then on that sort of hill it dies. So I think you have to give it some deal off, some take some spin off of it. Push slow. Yeah, just not being able to hit that swing plane and tempo. It's just, I feel like we got away with it because you can get away with being less precise on those conditions of the first round. Hey, what's going on, Lindsay? But this is definitely not not a place where you can really get away with it. How's it going, Lindsay? All right, come on, let's turn it around. We got plenty of holes left. Okay, that's the swing plane. Get rid of that tempo, but keep that swing plane, and we can cook. Can absolutely cook. That right there is protected. So what? You're carrying the 3-wood like pin high. So if you were to... You'd have to shape this in a bunch to even have a chance. It's too close, I think. Maybe putting some loft on that shot wouldn't have been such a bad call. Like in the course, looks like foot lies, elevation, wind, everything at play. The course hasn't bothered me too much, Lindsay. I've been just way too concerned about how poor my shot execution has been of late. That's been the biggest thing for me. Too short. Yeah. That's never gonna roll out enough. So what, you have to play this bank to get it back over? B101 does this so much. Puts flags right behind these. And as someone who loves to try and hole shots out, I hate it. Because I want to hit the aces. I want to put the ball extremely close because I'm not a good putter. So when you have these blockades formed on the greens, it's just not it's not ideal. Say 25 yards added on, so this will carry to 200. And then it's uphill, so like I don't even know that you can swing that around enough. So now we get to like the, is this a stupid decision to try and flight it over? Probably, but... Hold it, though. So now we're not going to swing back. Now we're going to get the big bounce because we hit the fairway. And we just roll away. Because spin on the fairway doesn't exist. Yeah, Catherine, he like... he like almost has a slight gag reaction to him. Definitely doesn't have that with like anything else, but Brussels sprouts, we do not love them. Love the shank. Oh yeah, favorite mechanic. Favorite mechanic. I love missing by a little and having no shot. Because I played for the straight ball. Alright, we're gonna be okay here. This should be good. Sideways lies, like, no matter where you go. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Our handicap in game is like plus 20 or something like that. But the handicap in game doesn't mean anything. It's not realistic in the slightest. In real life, the handicap is like 29. I'm not a very experienced golfer. We're trying to get better. 220s. So what, do you try and... HB Craig, what they intended? Well, no... Craig also explained it as, like, summing all of the missed pixels to generate your miss, but that's not really how it works. Unless it sums all of your missed pixels, and then there's still a, like, absolute line of once it crosses that threshold, then it goes. See, if I take the 4-iron and land it here with moderates, I don't think we get on. I think the play has to be the hybrid. Full backspun. Oh man, this is gonna be wild. That's a left miss, by the way. Like, that small swing plane miss is probably about 10 yards left off of that lie. Just a very balanced mechanic. It just shouldn't be so severe for, like, if you're trying to get people to swing straight and they miss by the smallest amount and you're just shafted, you're not encouraging them to play for it, you're encouraging them to just work around it. $44, $43... 40, and then the wind. Send it in the family group chat? Oh, I thought I sent it to just you. Tried to send it to just you. I thought I clicked on... Oh well. Now my family knows I'm gonna be a bit late. They don't know to what. Okay, so that was gonna be a little bit long. What a boober. Hey man, I committed a cardinal sin. I was texting during stream. Okay? So if I got it wrong, so be it. That almost doesn't break. Why does this game hate me so? Alright, we need more scores. We need more scores. We got the 8 under on the first round, but we need more here, for sure. 352 down. High 270. I mean, you could probably get into two. Am I dead if I do that? Like, is driving this worth it? I always see the scoring opportunity, but a lot of times it ends up being death. But I think if you play it out here and it bounces to the left and then you're on the green, you might have a long putt, but we're gonna go for it. Oh no. That that did not carry as far as I thought. I thought full backspin we were maybe a little more in the clear. Whoops. Gap wedge flop. Sandwich flop. Hit driver that's on. I get scared about the driver going out the back. You might be right though, Joe. I was thinking with that wind, it was... I guess it's a little more tailing if you're close to the green. You got a bite. Oh, thank you. Okay. I mean, I would have loved, obviously, to have had an eagle opportunity. But we'll take the bird. We'll take the bird. That's more reasonable of what we would have scored anyway if we got on the green, so... we take those. We take those. Smarter play, yeah, but the thing is, I've had a couple smarter plays that end up in some bad positions in the rough, so there's a balance to it. There's a balance to it for sure. We're gonna have to take a little bit off of the 6-iron, I think. Because, I mean, this lie... you're somewhere out there. The wind's not really playing in. 8 yards is a bunch. Maybe if we cut it and take distance off that way. Ah! Because now we're going to hit the fairway, and it's going to take a huge kick left, and that's going to give extra release. Man, it's so bad. It's so bad to miss, but then when you miss hitting the fairway just loves to send you places. It's breaking so much. So much. And then it like starts to slow down at the end. Swing plane, man. Don't know what to do about it. I've lost control of my thumb. Yeah, Catherine, I told the Brussels sprouts, his that is like the only time that his reaction has been that just immediately opposed to it. Like normally he just kind of is like, but like, yeah, some slight gagging with the Brussels sprouts. Just wanted the update, so thank you. All right, now I'll be up as soon as I finish this round, which will hopefully not be too much longer. Although the pacing has not been great because I'm just a very slow player. I don't know how to play with more speed. Okay, think I gotta hit this with some D-loft in order to get it going up the hill and on. But the slow. Come on, get up there. Slow plays and exploit tournament shot clocks. I almost missed that. Probably shouldn't be taking putts like that. Just being well, I know you are, right? But like at the same time, I also know that that's like a part of my game that I struggle with. And I think it's worse when you're not, when your ball striking and everything is not where it needs to be. Right? You take all the time lining up your shot and then you can't even hit it. It's not great. Kind of feels like one of those things that's like maybe acceptable when you're firing on all cylinders, you know? Hey, what's going on, Raffles? Family and I are doing great, thank you. How are we doing? Hope all is well with you. Is this... This 6-iron is flirting with this right here. I think what the play is gonna have to be is give it a little bit of backspin to try and carry. And get onto that shelf. That's a left pull, I guess. Cool. Still incredibly short. Wow. That wind just ended up not playing like at all. But if I take 5-iron into that, like, how am I stopping it? You almost had to have been playing it into that front anyway. Okay, gotta give this a little bit of something. Gotta give it a little bit of something purely because of the moderate greens. Hold it. Yeah, not a bad read on everything else, but the pull is not good there. Still get the birdie though. Like despite all else, we're 6 under through 11. So now when I say that out loud, that's actually has a pretty nice connotation to it. Can you get down to that, or like are you way down the hill? I almost don't know that it matters. Like, I think if you play it out here, and then it's just gonna keep drifting its way down. Yeah, like I think with moderates, we're definitely not going all the way down there, but it should release quite a bit. As long as it stays fairway. Yeah. Like, driver seems risky. Just, it seems like steep enough that you're probably rolling yourself way down. And this is more than likely the route that you want to be taking. So this downhill lie could really make or break this shot. I think I'm going to take this shot and then put just like a little bit of backspin on it. I think the driver might, but I think with the way that the contours are of this fairway, that it's in a way you probably are rolling it into the far parts of the green and maybe giving yourself a tougher shot. I mean, you would have something uphill, but I still think I like this better. That's a pair of really nice flop shots on this hole. 2 rounds in a row. Just very, very nicely executed. Yeah, both rounds, flop shots on those downslopes, just dialing it up to the right spot, getting it to stop down by the hole. Those have been very, very nice. Okay, I don't think that the bringing the water into play down there is the play. I don't think it's the play. I think getting ourselves down into the fairway, it's still an iron. So, like, can't be that bad, right? Obviously, we're losing more than 6 yards with a shot like this. But, because what? You probably lose close. Maybe not the full 10. That'd be 55. Be 7 yards short. I think if you give it a little bit of D-loft, then my gut tells me just give it a little bit more. We'll take that. Honestly, the greens, a lot of this has been like fairly reasonable down by the hole. Except for that, because why would it look like it doesn't actually break that much and then snap hook? I straight up jinxed myself there. That was kind of garbage. Go through all that, get everything, and then... Ah, man. That's tough. That's tough. So if we get this down in by the hole here, gonna lose a couple of yards. I think just add a little bit to get it to stop. That slow is gonna kill it. Just takes us too many yards to the right. Unfortunate that. Very, very unfortunate there. So now we got to get it up the hill and moving left to right, which I don't think we're going to go off very much on the line going up the hill. It's just like how much is it going to turn once we get up there? And I think it's going to have some turn. Doesn't seem like it has enough pace. Yeah, just didn't have the legs. Not a bad read. That's going to be a par save. But you got to get it into that top left there. Like, we got to score that one before, and then you have to get it into that top left corner. Okay. That was a good swing played. Out of nowhere, we find one that's straight. might be too late, but hey, we'll take it. 249, at least down to like 247. Probably losing some distance on the D loft there from the lie. 245, and then another, what, 8 plus 9, 11. So mid 230s, a little bit short of where we're at with this. It's moderate greens. I would have to say, if I had to take a guess here, you probably give it just a little bit of loft, and that's enough to start slowing it down. Oh, but it's going to hit the fairway. Slow down. Slow down. Ooh, getting away with one there. Getting away with one there. Oh, man, see, that felt like I was hitting into a par 5. In the back of my head, I thought if this goes in, we got ourselves an albatross. But no, it's a... Just a birdie. it's just a birdie putt. It's not a tap in eagle. I had my hopes up there, but completely misreading the situation. All right, close to 10 yards in on the wind. I feel like it played closer to the 10. It's medium wind, so it should cut through. It's moderate. I'm trusting. You either trust that the pitch is going to get there, or we can go ahead and play the lob wedge and run it a bit long. So you would run it into back here and try and spin it back, but I don't know if that's too dangerous. I think I'm going to try and play the pitch. As much as I am a fan of the backspun shots, I think the pitch shot. Because it has that little... It was all about, like, how much is that wind going to play on the face, but it has that little release, and that was the big factor for me in that shot decision. Come on. Okay. Come on, we got another par 5. We're not doing anything crazy, But we are putting together a few solid rounds, and at this point in time, a few solid rounds is what we need. We just need to stay out of trouble. This tree, this tree. We got ourselves in deep doo-doo with this tree last time. I think this tree is out of play. I think we're pretty well though having to play a lot in terms of this wind and just having to play a lot of club from being this far back. 230, mid 220s, the wind. Wind's gonna leave us short. But the next club is wood, which is 19 yards further, so I don't see it. I don't see it. 248, 240, and then like, yeah, you're probably into like the low 230s and taking that much off. So we're gonna play 3 hybrid here. Unfortunately, I don't have it in me to pull off anything crazy as far as like an overpowered, because I think an overpowered hybrid would be the play, but we're just gonna have to play it stock and see what we can get. Oh, that actually cut through the wind a lot better. So maybe not overpowered. That would have been... I thought we were gonna land in that hill in the front, and that would have just like completely killed it, but we're actually able to carry over and give ourselves an eagle putt. So slow break to start, and then big break the rest of the way. So that means we have to... we have to play it out enough. We have to play it out enough. Come on. Give us the eagle. What is this? It's going to roll a little bit past, so we just gave it a touch more. Paid. So close. So close. All right, come on. One last nice drive. We still got the birdie there. Is that going to be too far right? Moderate fairways. We might get away with this one. Come on, put the brakes on. Put the brakes on. Start rolling. Ooh, just finding the nook in the corner. Just finding the nook in the corner, my goodness. Okay, I think this pitch shot, I think with just like a little bit of loft on it, because it's going to still release. But moderate greens and then like just a touch uphill. So if we play the lie and the wind correctly here. Come on. One last strike. Let's get that bird. Okay. Little bit of roll out there. I made a comment earlier about, oh, it looks pretty flat, and then it just completely snap hooked. So I don't trust a blessed thing about any of this anymore. We wanted to roll out about there. That's the 2 inches down. A little bit. So what? This is gonna go... Because it starts to kind of straighten out, I think this has to go right, start to turn back, and then hold. So we're gonna play it like right around here. I hope this is the right read. Come on! Come on. We needed these rounds. We needed these rounds. Obviously, got to do it 2 more times. But 1 bogey through the 2. I mean, people are absolutely popping off on this. But for me, the way that our rounds have been going, to put together an 8 under, 11 under to start this tournament, we're putting ourselves in position to not get demoted. And that is precisely what we need at this point in the season.